Welcome back to another Then and Now video, where we look at where the cast of Trading Places are today. What would you do if you could trade places with the richest man in the world right now? What would you do with all that money? Trading Places tells the story of two men, one a very rich commodity broker, and the other a poor hustler, who lived on the same street and were the subjects of an experiment by two brothers. The aim of the experiment was to switch the lives of random people on opposite sides of the social hierarchy and observe the results. This film turned out to be one of the most successful films of all time after grossing over $90 million in 1983. Today we are going to be revisiting this film after nearly 40 years to see what the members of the cast have been doing since the film was released and where they are now. But before we get into the video, hit the subscribe button and become a member of this amazing community. All set? Let's dive right in. Jamie Lee Curtis. Curtis was cast as Ophelia.
Things that I am going to...
Shut up, Louie. Listen, taxis cost money, food costs money, and rent costs money.
A sex worker who helped Winthorpe when his life was switched. She was also his love interest. Curtis made a name for herself as a scream queen in the early 1980s, but her role in Trading Places helped her shed her image as a queen of horror movies, and even earned her a BAFTA award for Best Actress in a Supporting Role. She was also nominated for another BAFTA award in the 1988 comedy film A Fish Called Wanda, and bagged a Golden Globe Award for her work in True Lies in 1994. In 2006, she announced that she would be taking a break from acting to focus on her family, but returned in June 2007 for a role in the live-action animated film Beverly Hills Chihuahua, where she appeared alongside Piper Perabo. She also voiced some roles on the animated films From Upon Poppy Hill and The Little Engine That Could, both in 2011. Curtis is a writer and has written several children's books, the most recent being Me, Myself, and I, a cautionary tale, and is also a blogger for the Huffington Post. In 1987, she files a U.S. patent application for her invention, a diaper with moisture-proof pockets containing wipes that can be taken out and used with one hand. She, however, refused to allow companies to start marketing her invention until they have started producing biodegradable diapers. She is married to Christopher Guest, and together they have adopted two children, Annie and Thomas. She is now age 62. Ralph Bellamy. Ralph Bellamy played the role of Randolph Duke.
Quite wrong. Untrue. They've given this genetics fellow the Nobel Prize. A man doesn't know the first thing about human nature.
The co-owner of Duke & Duke, a commodities brokerage firm that he owns with his brother. They were known to be very greedy and careless and were punished at the end of the film for their callousness. Bellamy had been in the acting game long before he appeared in Trading Places. He had played over 100 roles before landing the role of Randolph Duke. A year after the film was released, he was presented with a Life Achievement Award from the Screen Actors Guild, and in 1987, he was presented with an Honorary Academy Award for his unique artistry and his distinguished service to the profession of acting. In 1992, a Golden Palm Star on the Walk of Stars was dedicated to him, in addition to the star that was previously dedicated to him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His last movie role was in 1990, and the American romantic comedy film Pretty Woman, where he played the role of James Morse. He died a year later on November 29, 1991, from a lung disease at the age of 87. He was survived by his wife, Alice Murphy, who died 5 years later. He was laid to rest at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills. Dan Aykroyd. Aykroyd was cast as Louis Winthorpe III.
Of course, I never had an instant doubt in my mind. Oh yes, I'm sure a lot of people went belly up with that.
The managing director at Duke & Duke, who was framed and had his whole life wrecked by the Duke brothers because of their experiments. Thankfully, he regained his status at the end of the film. 1 year after the release of the film, Aykroyd came up with the idea and starred in the supernatural comedy film Ghostbusters, which soon got a sequel and became an entire franchise. He later revealed that his fascination for parapsychology, what was the birth of the idea. He also starred in the 1989 comedy film Driving Miss Daisy, for which he earned an Academy Award nomination, and started his own sitcom Soul Man, which aired from 1997 to 1998. He's also the brains behind the American band The Blue Brothers and is known lover of music. He made his directorial debut in the 1991 film Nothing But Trouble, and despite it being a flop, he has directed a few more movies since then. He's also a businessman and is one of the founders of House of Blues, a chain of musical venues for the promotion of folk art and blues music. He started Aykroyd's Ghetto House Cafe in 1994, Crystal Head Vodka in 2007 and is the owner of several wineries in Canada. He is married to Donna Dixon, and together they have 3 children. He currently serves as a reserve deputy at Hinds County in Mississippi. Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy played the role of Billy Ray Valentine. A street hustler who became the subject of the Duke brothers experiment. He ended up very rich at the end of the film. Eddie Murphy is one of the greatest in both acting and comedy, and ranks number 10 on the list of 100 greatest stand-ups of all time by Comedy Central. He is known for his role as a cast member on Saturday Night Live from 1980 to 1984. By 1984, Eddie Murphy was already one of the highest-paid actors after he starred in Beverly Hills Cop, and went on to appear in major hit films Coming to America. He has been very busy since then and has appeared in several other films including Tower Heist, and recently Dolomite Is My Name in 2019.
Dolomite is my name and fucking up motherfuckers is my game.
After a 7-year hiatus. He's set to reprise his role in the Coming to America sequel, Coming to America 2, in March 2021. Now age 57, Murphy is the father of 10 children and is currently in a relationship with Paige Butcher. There it is, the cast of Trading Places then and now. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel for some more amazing content. Stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.